The first time I overheard them scheming, I almost convinced myself I was imagining it. It was late, just before midnight. My wife, Claire, had invited her two closest friends, Amanda and Julie, over for wine and a girls' night. I had been upstairs in my office, pretending to finish some work, when I came down for a glass of water. That's when I stopped dead in the hallway, half hidden in the shadow of the staircase. Their laughter drifted from the living room, hushed and secretive. Then Amanda's voice cut through, sharp and deliberate. "You should test him, Claire. Pretend you're ending things. See if he begs. See how desperate he gets to prove he's loyal. Men only show their true selves when they think they're about to lose you." The glass almost slipped from my hand. Julie added, smug and certain, "Exactly. If he doesn't fight for you, then maybe he never cared. At least you'd know where you stand." And then Claire, my wife, the woman I trusted my life with, spoke. "You think so? It feels kind of cruel, but maybe you're right. I guess sometimes I wonder if he'd still love me if things really got difficult." I froze in place. She wasn't just listening. She was agreeing, entertaining the thought of staging a fake breakup just to test me, like I was some kind of experiment. And in that moment, something inside me fractured. The setup. The very next evening she followed through. We sat at the dining table, our food barely touched. Candlelight flickered against her face, and in her eyes I saw something rehearsed, something practiced. She looked at me with a performance of sadness and whispered, "James, I don't think this is working anymore. We're done." The exact script. The same words Amanda had planted in her head. My chest tightened, but I forced my face to remain calm. I could still hear Amanda's voice telling her to see if I would beg. Instead, I leaned back in my chair, gave a small nod, and replied softly, "If that's how you feel, then I won't stop you." Her fork slipped from her fingers, clattering onto the plate. The mask fell away, and shock flashed in her eyes. "Wait, what? That's it? You're not even going to try, James? After everything we've been through?" I shrugged, steady and quiet. "If you've already decided it's over, then there's nothing left to fight for." She stared at me, speechless. And for the first time in years, I felt the power shift between us. That night, she tossed and turned beside me, restless and uneasy. I lay awake, eyes fixed on the ceiling, her words, "We're done," repeating in my head. Did she really think love was something to be tested? That shattering my heart could be turned into a game to measure loyalty? The real betrayal wasn't the fake breakup. It was knowing she had plotted with her friends, that she doubted me enough to carry out this twisted little experiment. In the days that followed, I played along. I grew distant, colder. I stopped starting conversations, stopped reaching for her hand the way I used to. It didn't take long before the cracks showed. One night, she cornered me in the kitchen, her voice unsteady. "James, are you really okay with us being over?" I cut her off, my words sharper than I intended. "I thought we were supposed to be a team, Claire. I thought trust meant something between us." She flinched as though I had struck her. The confrontation. A week later, I couldn't keep it inside any longer. I set the stage myself, inviting her friends over. I acted casual, poured the wine, smiled like everything was fine. But inside, I was a storm waiting to break. When the three of them settled in, laughing like they hadn't orchestrated a betrayal, I leaned against the doorway and let it drop. "So, Claire," I said evenly, "how did I perform in your little loyalty experiment?" Silence fell like a hammer. Amanda froze, her glass hovering midair. Julie's face drained of all color. Claire's mouth opened, but nothing came out. I stepped closer, locking eyes with my wife. "Don't look so surprised. I heard everything. That night you sat here, plotting whether I'd beg or walk away. I caught every word." Her lips trembled. "James, I wasn't supposed to hurt you." "It did," I snapped, harsher than I meant to. "You could have asked me if I loved you. You could have trusted what we've built. Instead, you staged a breakup like I'm some lab rat you needed to test." Amanda shifted uncomfortably. "We were just trying to protect her." I turned on her, fury boiling in my chest.
No.
You weren't. You poisoned her mind. You made her doubt me. And she let you. Julie opened her mouth, but I cut her off coldly. Both of you need to leave.
Now.
They gathered their things without a word, cheeks flushed with shame, and slipped out the door. That left only Claire and me. The fallout. The moment the door shut, she broke down, clutching at my arm through tears. James, please.
I didn't mean it like that.
I was scared. I needed to know if we were strong enough. I thought if you fought for me, I'd feel safe again. Her words cut deeper than any knife. Claire, I said slowly, if you don't already know how much I love you, nothing I do will ever prove it. My love isn't a test. It's a life I've been giving you, every single day, without question. She wept harder. I made a mistake.
I see that now.
Please don't give up on me. And here was the cruelest truth. I still loved her. Even with the anger burning inside me, even with betrayal gnawing at me, I couldn't flip a switch and stop caring. But love without trust? That's a house built on sand. The distance. In the weeks that followed, we lived in limbo. She tried, God, she tried, to win me back. Breakfasts in bed. Long, apologetic texts. Surprise date nights. But every time I looked at her, I saw that dinner table. I heard those words again, we're done. The line she delivered like a dagger, just to measure if I'd bleed. One night, lying in the dark, she whispered, "Do you think we can fix this?" I stayed silent, because I didn't know. The turning point. A month later, I came home to find her on the couch, clutching an envelope. Her voice shook. I wrote you something. Inside was a handwritten letter, raw, shaky, desperate. She confessed it all. Her insecurities, her fears, the sway her friends had over her, and the crushing guilt that had haunted her since the moment she spoke those words. If you leave me, I'll understand. But if you stay, I'll spend the rest of my life proving you never had to beg for my love. It was always yours. I sat there with her letter trembling in my hands, torn between heartbreak and hope. The decision. I wish I could say I forgave her instantly, that we cried, kissed, and rebuilt everything overnight. But life doesn't work like that.
I told her I needed time.
I told her forgiveness wasn't something I could promise yet. And for once, she didn't argue. She just nodded, tears streaming down her cheeks, and whispered, "I'll wait." So that's where I am now, standing in the wreckage of betrayal, staring at the faint glimmer of what we once were. Because love isn't just passion or loyalty, it's trust. And when trust shatters, the road back is long and merciless. Maybe one day I'll find my way back to her. Or maybe her words that night will haunt me forever. But I know this much. The moment she tested me, she failed her own test.